Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. Just out and about, running around trying to pay some bills. Um, I heard the other day that Niecy Nash, I don't know if you guys heard of Niecy Nash. Um, last time I heard that she was getting, not that I do a lot of celebrity gossip, but the reason why I'm bringing her up is I'm making a point. She got married to a woman. Last time I heard, she was getting a divorce. They said she's now marrying a woman. That threw everybody for a loop because then nobody know she was even gay. So that threw everybody for a loop. And I don't. Little disclaimer here. I'm not just talking about homosexuality. I'm talking about everything. Um, Everything that's going on now. I keep it 100 on my channel. I keep it 100. I don't sugarcoat. Um, I can't do that. So, little disclaimer there. I don't really um, speak on homosexuality a lot, but the Bible says people are so touchy about that subject. But at the same time, I gotta keep it 100. And if I'm witnessing on here, I gotta keep it real with you guys, and I gotta let you know what's up. So I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about everything that's going on. I'm bringing that up because it's relevant to what I'm getting ready to talk about. But I heard that, like I said, she had got married to a woman. Um, and I know that a lot of states have passed gay marriage and everything. Like I said, disclaimer, I have nothing against gay people. I have a close friend that is gay, and I love him dearly. He's like a brother to me. I love him dearly. So I'm not speaking against gay people because people have the tendency to get the two things confused. They if you try to tell them what the Bible says about homosexuality, you try to and maybe people, when you witness to people, you got to know how to witness. Sometimes people don't know how to witness, and sometimes people don't know how to approach people about certain things. And so if you don't know how to approach them and you don't know how to word it to them, then you're gonna get accused of, a lot of times people get accused of hating gay people or not liking gay people. It might be they approach, but they're not coming to them the right way. But I love everybody. I love everybody. Um, I love everybody. I do. Nothing against gay people. I love gay people too. I love everybody. So that's a disclaimer there. But they said she married a woman. I know knows a lot of states are passing. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of states, but some states have passed gay marriage and everything like that. But I'm not just talking about homosexuality. I'm talking about immorality. Like immorality and all kinds of things that's going on in the world. My point that I'm making is that um, the world, the world's view of what is right and wrong, the world's view of what is right and wrong is different from God's view of what's right and wrong. That's the point that I'm making here. That's where I'm going with. That's where I'm going with this. The world's view of what's right and wrong is different from what God's views are of what's right and wrong. And so a lot of people think that gay marriage is okay. They think it's okay for two women to marry or two men to marry. Um, but it's not what we think. It's not what I think. It doesn't matter what I think. I don't have the power to give everlasting life to people or take it away. Or the world says they don't have a heaven and a hell to put you in. I don't have the power to give you everlasting life nor take it away. No human being has the power to give another human being everlasting life nor take it away. So it doesn't matter what we think about it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what our views are on it. It doesn't matter what we think about it. It's not about what we think. It's not about what anybody thinks about it. But the big question is what are God's views? What are God's views on immorality, homosexuality, and the things that go on in the world? That the world says, like, there's some states that legalize prostitution. I think, the Vegas is the only state that I know. Now, comment in the comment section if you know that there's other states. If there's other states in the United States that has legalized prostitution. I think, as far as I know, Vegas is the only one that has legalized prostitution. They had that bunny ranch down there with the guy that ran that winded up passing away. So I guess they closed it up because I guess the guy that ran it winded up passing away. But he had that brothel going on over there for quite some time, out there in the desert. He had that going on. I think he had a show on HBO and stuff like that. They had a show on HBO, and they had that going until he passed away. They had that going for quite some time. So Vegas, I know, has legalized prostitution. I don't know about any other states. Like I said, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know if there's some other states that have legalized prostitution. But, and it's probably, and they've legalized marijuana. Michigan just legalized it about a year ago. They just legalized marijuana. But that one is kind of, a gray area. Marijuana is kind of a gray area because a lot of people use marijuana for medicinal purposes. A lot of people use marijuana for health reasons. Some people smoke it, or there's, you can bake it in cookies. You can put it in, you can put it in baked goods, and people use the oils and everything like that. So it's kind of a gray area there because a lot of people use it for health, for their health, for health reasons. Some people use it to manage cancer or AIDS, or they say it's good for glaucoma. Some people even use it for dealing with depression and anxiety. So, and then they have the oils and they have the edibles and stuff like that. So, I noticed that they have a lot of those shops since they legalized it here in Michigan. They have a lot of those shops up here popping up here in my city. They got quite a few of those shops popping up in my city here. And every time I turn around, I look up, there's another weed shop. So, okay. So it's gonna get to be, and more states are probably gonna wind up following suit as far as legalizing it. I don't know at the federal level if they're gonna wind up legalizing at the federal level. I don't know, but a lot of organizations and stuff upholds the federal law as far as that. But with the marijuana thing, that's kind of a gray area. Because a lot of people use it for health reasons. But some people use it to get high. They smoke it to get high. So a lot of people smoke it to get high. So that's a gray area there. So what the world says is the right thing to do, what the world says is right, we have to ask ourselves, what are God's view? Because God's view and the world's view of what's right and wrong is two different things. So, immorality, homosexuality, and marijuana, all that stuff like that, the stuff that's going on in the world, it's really to somebody that has no Bible knowledge, and we living in a world, and if a lot of people don't have any Bible knowledge. So if you don't have any Bible knowledge, you will go along with what the world says is okay to do. Most people find themselves going along with it, because they don't have any Bible knowledge. Maybe they don't read the Bible on a regular basis, or they don't study the Bible on a regular basis. So they kind of go by what the world's views are of what's right and wrong. But if you have what they call a Bible trained conscience, and you fully versed in the Bible, and you know what that Bible says, then you know that these things that they're saying that's okay to do, that's not, that is wrong. And ultimately, so that's what I say, people think that gay marriage is okay. The world says it's okay, but at least in the United States anyway. But the question is, does God think it's so? Do God think it's okay? Now, some people might not care about what God thinks. Granted, some people may not care about what God thinks. Some people might, say, well, I'm not a Christian or whatever. I don't follow the Bible or whatever. But that's ultimately, I think everybody is going to care at some point, because we're in our last days. But some people may not care. A lot of people may not care, but that's just, I just wanted to talk about that, to kind of give you guys something to think about, something to meditate on. I mean, but like I said, there's a lot of, I know they had two ministers. Somebody put a picture on Facebook of two ministers. No, they said it was a pastor and the first man. I kid you not. They had a pastor and they had a first man. And somebody said, who ever heard of a first man? And they literally had the pastor and the first man standing up there getting married. It's usually in the worldly churches, it's usually the pastor and the first lady, which is his wife. Well, this picture, these guys were getting married, and it was the pastor and the first man. So now they have people in the churches that's getting married. Two men getting married, two women getting married. They got pastors and ministers that are gay, and a lot of people still go to the church. The pastor is openly gay, and people are still going to the church. Make it make sense. So I'm trying to be as objective as I possibly can, and just kind of stick to spiritually, because like I said, I don't want to offend anybody, but at the same time, I got to keep it real. But this is starting to get into the churches. The homosexuality is starting to get into the churches, and that's confusing to me, because the Bible clearly says, there's scriptures in the Bible that says a man shouldn't lay with another man, a woman shouldn't lay with another woman, that a man should have one wife. The Bible clearly says that, but then they're a minister. The minister is openly gay, and the people steady coming to the church, and they know what the Bible says. So when he goes up to the pulpit and he preaches, what does he say? Does he preach about everything but homosexuality? How can you tell someone to not commit immorality and you're committing, you're homosexual, but you're telling people not to commit immorality? That's the part where I get kind of confused, because I'm like, okay, if you're a minister and you are gay, what do you preach about? Because you're supposed to be preaching the truth of the Bible. You're supposed to be educating when you're a minister, you're a pastor. You're supposed to be educating people on the Bible. But if you're gay, then how do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm confused when it comes to that, but yeah, there's the world's view of what's right, what the world thinks is right. The question is, what are God's views? That's the point I want to drive home here. The world says one thing, but what are God's views? What does he say? It's not what we say about it. It's not what people say about it. Because like I said, people do not have the power to give you ever. You can't, as a human being, no human being on the earth can give another human being everlasting life, nor can they take it away, because we're all imperfect. We're all walking around in the flesh, and we're all imperfect, so that's impossible. So none of us have we don't have the authority to really judge anybody like that, So, so we got to be concerned about what God's views are, not what man's views are. What are God's views? So I just wanted to give you guys something to think about. Just, like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but like I said, I got to keep it 100 on my channel. I got to keep it 100. I can't sugarcoat. Part of my channel is witnessing. It's a part of what I do on my channel is witnessing. So I got to keep it 100 with you. I love everybody. So hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. The people that are already subscribed, make sure that you're make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube been bumping people off. And hit the notification bell on the like and the share. Until the next video. Oh, the sun's coming back out. That's great. Until the next video, peace and love. This is Sweet June.